You ever receive doomsday prophecy as a tip? For your good service at a restaurant, or not scratching the jag when you valet parked it. Or in my case, when you're just out trying to be a street musician, make an extra buck or two. Because I did. This stuff is morbidly fascinating. See right here, Daniel 5:13, it's in the Bible, so it's got to be true. So, unless everyone in the comments section begs me to do otherwise, I'm going to analyze this thing. Tear it apart. God, strike me down were it to be otherwise. So I read a little bit of the Doomsday Prophecy book. It's a prophecy book, so spoiler alert. First chapter, it comes in hot. Mountains of fire, steel, smoke, and terrified, struggling people fall to the street together as skyscrapers crumble to dust. Thousands perish. America is at war. Then the author invites you to look at what's happening. Have you noticed the trends? Here's a story. 38 people watched Catherine Genovese being stabbed again and again in front of her home and didn't care. But this story is fear-mongering propaganda. They just leaned out their windows as if watching The Late Show. It's based loosely on a true story, waited till it was over, and went back to bed. No, they didn't. The events and details are grossly distorted. Police could only locate 12 witnesses. 2 witnesses actually intervened in the initial attack. Several calls were placed to police. And this was not a recent event. It was in 1964. It's not part of an alarming trend. It's a novel case, studied in every intro psychology course for the bystander effect. What? Okay, there's a couple of fun little paragraphs of torture porn in here. They could slap him in the face, press a crown of thorns onto that holy brow. They could beat him until his back was like raw meat, but they could not rob him of his royal right to forgive the chief of sinners. Wonderful Jesus. Then, on literally the next page, the agony of Gethsemane and the torture of his mock trial where they beat him until his back was like raw meat. This guy's making me hungry. His blood runs drop by drop to the foot of the cross. Look at his quivering lips as he cries, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? There he hangs like a snake on a pole, writhing in agony, drinking the last drops of the wrath of God against sin. Yeah, that imagery was necessary and totally not disturbing at all. Papacy was established in 538 AD when the emperor's general drove the Ostrogoths from Rome. Was it? Because the Catholic Church says it started in the 1st century. Catholicism became the official religion of Rome in 380, and I can see no good reason why you would tie papacy to the driving out of Ostrogoths. Maybe I'm missing something. Or maybe you need 538 AD to be the year so you can make it fit Revelation 13 verse 2. Something about Wolverine-like healing powers. It's just like so many other lies in this book. Crime doubles every 10 years. No, it doesn't. Evangelical Christians are pushing for a mandatory Sunday worship law. Are they? Wingnuts have been trying to scare us with this kind of prophecy for 200 years. They're just empty threats. vicarious filii Dei. I don't speak Latin, so my pronunciation was going to be bad. I figured I'd lean into it. According to the Doomsday Book, that's the official title of the Pope, which means Vicar of the Son of God. And if you treat the letters like Roman numerals, and then add the values together, you get 666. So, like, the Pope's the Antichrist, I guess. Except this isn't a title that the Pope has ever used. Only letters V, I, C, and L have any Roman numerical value. The U is given a value of 5 because it's a modern version of a V because the Romans had the same letter for two different sounds. So if it's given its proper value of 0, you get 661. And if you rearrange all the letters that don't have Roman numerical value, you get fears. But don't let the truth stand in your way. Just massage the numbers and change the history until you have yourself an Antichrist. Knock yourself out. Let's get to the whitewashing. A beast in prophecy represents a nation. Does it? When a beast comes up out of the sea, it is represented in prophecy as rising amid many peoples and multitudes. To come out of the earth is just the opposite. So here we have a nation springing forth up out of a wilderness area. This nation would be a discovered area. I do like that discovered is in quotes. The mystery of her coming forth from vacancy, like a silent seed we grew into an empire. 60 million indigenous people to me sounds like a multitude. And usually when something is vacant, it's not occupied by 60 million people. Alright, so we've identified a lot of our key players here. The second beast is the United States of America. The first beast is Rome, or more specifically the Catholic Church. And the Pope's the Antichrist. But what's the mark of the beast? Sunday is a Catholic institution, and its claims to observation can be defended only on Catholic principles. Satan laid his plots so deep that even many ministers are not aware of it. So anyone who worships on a Sunday has the mark of the beast on their foreheads. Why the foreheads? That's where the frontal lobe lives, so that's where your conscience is. It's a metaphor. God's word makes it so clear that even an honest child can see it. Who is the image of the beast? Oh boy, the suspense is killing me. To say it plainly, Revelation 13 is revealing to us the astonishing fact that Protestant America will cause all to worship the papacy and receive its mark by passing a national Sunday law, and those who do not go along with it will suffer the consequences. What are the consequences? Death. It's death. Just days ago on a street in Atlantic City, a group of people talked to a man who keeps the Bible Sabbath. Tony is his name. Sure it is. What'd you do if you were forced to worship on Sunday instead of Saturday, if it cost you your life? No, they didn't. That conversation didn't happen. What's more, nobody's trying to force anybody to worship on Sunday. All the Trump-era flat earth bullshit I've ever heard, and I still never heard of no Sunday law. This global conflict will be like nothing you've ever dreamed of before. Your wildest imagination has never pictured it. Can you imagine Christians killing other Christians? Yeah. You ever heard of Northern Ireland? Not a stretch. Dignitaries of the church studied under Satan, their master, to invent means to cause the greatest possible torture and not end the life of the victim. What will it be like? Like nothing my wildest imagination has ever pictured. Fuck are you talking about? Man, I'm so tired of this. None of it is going to come true. Broken promises and empty threats. That's all these churches can offer you. What's this guy even talking about?